Hey, what's up? How are you? How are you, my friends? Hey, what's up? How are you? Oh, hello, Joe him. I don't remember this name, but welcome to this community. Hey, CJ. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Ann, Sina, Salman. Hey, Dian. Hello, Austin. Hey, Ramesh. Thank you very much. It was insane. It was insane. I will show you in a minute. Hello, Patrick. Hello, Sherry, Jatin, Drago. Hey, Drago, you have been absent for a few days. Welcome back. Hello, Bishan. Hola, Alex. Agony Lover, how are you? Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you. I'm living my soul here. It's my passion. Help, help other people. So helping other traders to find consistency and profitability, it's something that I really enjoy. I hope that this daily live stream is helping you in any way to find your edge, refine your edge, or you know uh, start thinking on things differently, and suddenly something make sense on the charts for you. So thank you for joining. Hello, Francine. Hola, Gabi. Thank you, Jatin. Fairly new, and I have been learning a lot from you. Thank you for your words, Sherry. So, Sherry, are you just in this YouTube community, or do you belong to any community where I'm trading? Thank you, Slowman. Thank you, Francine. Happy trader. Hello, Kevin. Thank you very much. Hey, Basil. Thank you. You got stop out. Come on. Place wrong stop loss. Gaby, unas tortas ahogadas. Oh. Yeah. Not sure if I ever told you, Gaby, but my wife's family, they are from Guadalajara. For all the other people that they don't know Mexico, Guadalajara, it's one of the top three cities, largest cities in Mexico, and it's on the Pacific side of Mexico. So my wife's family is from there, and when we were living in Mexico, we tried to go at least once a year to visit my wife's grandma, and it that was my passion. Tortas ahogadas. For you guys, it's like a how would you describe torta ahogada? It's like a huge sandwich in this French bread, but it's sunk in this spicy hot sauce. So that torta ahogada means like sunk sandwich or something like that, something like that. But it's super nice. So if you guys ever go to Mexico, and if you guys ever visit Guadalajara or um, Puerto Vallarta, or some city from the Pacific, go look for tortas ahogadas. um, yeah, Ramesh, I'm high on emotions. I'm high on emotions. I actually, I called my wife and I asked her to go for breakfast outside, because I was super high on emotions. I was trying, to control myself. I didn't want to take any other trade, because I was, like I was trying to avoid this overconfidence, or being cocky on the market. So yeah, I actually went out, and I got too emotional with her. I dropped a tear or two. I was super high on emotions. I was super high on emotions. Uh, Basil just stopped on SPY 959. I'll take a look there. Oh, that's nice, Sherry. So you can actually see my posts on the Discord, right? Nice, nice, nice. Uh, torta mean cake. Well, cake is like pastel. Yeah, it's different. Like, I mean, like, uh, cake is more like the birthday cake, or like this sweet cake. Hola, Annette. Annette Gonzalez. You, your name is like you are from Monterrey, right? You are from northern Mexico. I bet you are. I've been in Tijuana and Rosarito. Ah, that's great. I love Rosarito. Last time I went to Rosarito was like, I think like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Uh, it was super nice. Annette from Florida, but your family should be from northern Mexico. Gonzalez, it's a last name like very common in northern Mexico, right? Okay. Hi, Shoki. So, guys, I'm not planning to have like a long session here. Actually, it's oh, thank you, Olamide. Um, Today I'll try to keep it simple. I'll try to keep it simple, and I'm gonna explain a few concepts. If you guys have questions, I think we should go over your questions instead of all of the examples. I'll be fast with with the examples. So let's do it. All right, let's go to SPY. So SPY, here we are, all-time highs. Here we are, all-time highs, and there's there's always the probability, and it's not a high probability, guys, but there's always the probability when you are on all-time highs, when you are on all-time highs, to have some reaction. And you need to start thinking as an investor, right? Like, if you are a long-term investor and you have shares, it's like, okay, well, I don't know, like, let's imagine that you entered your position when SPY was on 600, and you will say like, okay, well, if this thing goes again to all-time highs, I would like to take some profits, right? I would like to take some profits, secure some profits on your position. That's super natural. That's super common, right? That's super common. So when you are in all-time highs overnight, that's something super common. I'm not gonna say that this happens all the time, because in trading, everything happens sometimes and nothing happens all the times, right? But this is really common. This is really common. So I want you to start aligning your trading or your trader mindset with your investor mindset, right? So if you enter into a position anywhere on the chart from with SPY, and you overnight you hit all-time highs, it's super common that people start taking profits. So I was waiting for this sell-off. I was prepared. Let's say I was prepared for a sell-off, right? Why? Because as I said, I mean, long-term investors waking up in all-time highs, let's take some profits, right? Let's take some profits. And the other thing, guys, is I mean, we went from 652 to 647 or something like that. I mean, that's just 1%. That's just 1%. It's not a market failing. It's not a correction. It's nothing uncommon. It's just 1%. I mean, it's 6 points or 7 points or even 10 points. It's just 1.5%. I mean, it's not a nightmare. The market is not going anywhere. So just to keep everything in context, right? So again, I was prepared. I was prepared to take a trade to the upside if market wanted to show some continuation. But then I started watching this, right? I mean, market failing right here, 652, one rejection, came back, second rejection, came back, third rejection. All right, third rejection, three rejections right at the same spot, 652. Well, that is telling you something, right? So what I was watching here, well, I was watching fail to create a new high. And listen to this, because I'm gonna kind of spell this playbook, right? This playbook, or this setup, not the playbook but the setup. So failing to break, failing to create a new high, failing to break high of the day, and then a break of our support area, a break of our support area. So here you are having this break of, let's say, 651.50. Let's say, yeah, this opening price 651.45. So you have this break of this area here, you had this break, and then watch this, you have the retest of this. I know this is not like the neckline that I've been drawing the past days, at least on SPY, right? At least on SPY. I'm gonna show you what I did on QQQ, but this is the break and retest of this failing area, break of this support area, retest, and then the drop. So I mean, I don't need to explain this drop, but look how many opportunities you had. This is another low of the day, break and retest. All right, this is another low of the day aligned with the pre-market low. This is the break and retest. And then we have this consolidation area right here, 646. Again, round numbers, strike numbers, side numbers, 646. If we are having some sort of consolidation here, 646, we finally break, then come and retest and reject. Well, this is your last chance to have an entry to the downside. For me, this will be like chasing. But I want you to understand that the market structure is intact right here, right? Market structure is intact right here. So you are actually having a pullback, retest of a relevant area, this consolidation area, maybe an order block right here. Why? Because it's 646. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? So you have this pullback, retest here, and then a last drop to previous day low, and this area here that if you take a look on the, what is this? If you take a look on the 15-minute chart, this is an area that we have been touching a lot of time. That's kind of a range for the past weeks, right? This is a range for the past weeks, all right? Okay, so, let me change this, save, sniper view. This is the one that I wanted, all right? So this is our range from the past weeks, and we just came back, retested this edge of this range, and then bounce. All right, so okay, so that was SPY. Guys, do you have any questions on this move? Would you like to share one of your trades here? I was thinking about you when I saw this move. I took the first entry, but just one con with futures on SPY, right? Well, this was SPY. Let me show you guys QQQ. QQQ was even clearer, and I'm gonna zoom in right here. This is the chart with I was trading with. This is the chart I was trading with. Do you see? I mean, QQQ was not on the all-time highs, so that was a good signal for me, at least, because I was I was waiting for some rejection on SPY, and also SPY pulling back, like QQQ. So this is not all-time highs for QQQ. So okay, well, where is this thing opening? All right, 581. All right, 581. That's fine. 581, 580.50. All right. So we have one rejection here on the pre-market high. We came back. We tried 580.50 rejection. We tried again 580. We never retested 581. So this was a super heavy area where sellers were winning the battle, right? They were on control. So look at these rejections right here: 581, 580.50. So one rejection, two rejections, three rejections, and I was watching this area here. So can you see this is really clear area of support, right? This is the really clear area of support. So what happened here after we had this pattern? Let's call it like a pattern. We broke, came back, retested this neckline, and then dropped. My entry here, guys, was this candle here, 10.05. That was my entry here, 10.05. My target was first 578, right here, 578. This alone was a 1 to 4.4 risk reward ratio trade. But look at this price action here, and if you were watching SPY at the same time, you were watching a lot of weakness here. So I was like, okay, well, let's wait. What's next? Okay, well, let's wait to 577. Let's see what happens here, right? If you were looking for different opportunities here, guys, this is not a break and retest, but can you see how this breaks this low of the day, came back, immediate retest, rejections on this area, and then another drop. Again, here, look at this. New low of the day, break, retest, another drop. New low of the day, aligned with this 577, break, came back, retest. This is the pre-market low, another drop. Break of 575.60. That was previous day high. Yeah, previous day high. Break, came back, retest, previous day close. Another drop. Low of the day, this area here, 575, 574.50, 574.50 here. Break, came back, retest, rejection here, and another drop. I actually let me tell you what I did here. My last contract, I sold it right here, 10.54, because I was thinking that these candles here were like the change of character right here. I was thinking okay, well, this is a higher high, but it did actually drop a bit more, like $1 more. So I missed this part of the trade. But anyways, for you that you are not, if you are not on the Discord, I'm gonna show you how well this trade went. This is officially my largest trade ever. It went 506% on my last contracts. The ones here, the ones here, 506%. So that was an insane trade. That's why I was mentioning at the very beginning of the session that I had to go out. I had to to cool down out of my house, out of my desk, because I was high on emotion. So now you understand, right? All right. So Gabby, you entered QQQ 955. 955. That was nice. What were you trying? This break of the 1 minute, 5 minute opening range? Kevin, you took puts 1007, 1007 right here on the breakout. Really nice. When did you exit, Kevin? Dia, Neto, did you enter when the candle filled or before? I enter right here. When we had this rejection of the neckline, I enter right here because this was the low of these candles. The low of these candles. This is I mean this is a random number on the chart, but my reasoning was like, okay, well, I got this rejection of this neckline, so let me enter at the bottom of these candles. That was my reasoning there. um, Oscar, that move in QQQ was also a break and retest of the 5-minute opening range right here, right? Right here. This is the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. Thank you, Oscar. Neto, where you sold your last contract, will you have enter again given the overextended break? No, no, no. I I mean, I was super high on emotion, so I wouldn't enter into another trade. I I had I had the awareness of how emotional I was, so I decided just to to stay away of my desk. Um, thank you, Francine. Oh, and that's what I did. I mean, I was high on emotions. I was high on emotion. So just today, I made like 50% what I did last month. So yeah, I was super emotional. Thank you. Bishan, what is your prefer Neto? What is your prefer for index option trade, SPY or QQQ? I like both. I like both. For being honest, I think I kind of like a bit more QQQ because my watch list is all about tech names. So sometimes if I can identify key levels, like on the macro charts, sometimes I can, like I'm not gonna say like anticipate, but I can prepare for reactions on QQQ. And SPY, it's a wider industry based ETF. So sometimes, I mean, SPY kind of has its own thing, and QQQ, I think, like it follows Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Meta. So if I can have a good sense of what's going on with the tech names, I can prepare better for QQQ, but not for SPY. So I'm I'm always looking at both. I'm always looking at both, and the one with the clearest setup, that's the one I take. Neto, question for you. I'm getting better on recognizing the setups now. Only struggling with my win to loss ratio. Small wins versus big losses. Well, Yatin, I want you to to reflect and understand what's going on there. If you are being like basing your decisions on ego, like, okay, well, I need to be right, so I'm not cutting this trade or whatever. I mean, you need to start identifying what's going on, why you are holding your losers and cutting your winners, right? And the other thing, and something, what, something that I want to discuss today with you guys. I know that probably if you are here just to look at charts and potential entries, maybe you will be bored with this that I'm gonna start talking, but I want to talk about preparation and how being prepared being prepared leads you to be patient. All right. So I was talking with some of you this morning on Discord, and they were like, Neto, I don't understand your patience to wait from one key level to the other and to the other and to the other and to the other. So your patience is, like unusual. And I was like, you know what? I felt that I was super prepared with my charts, especially on Fridays. I I do prepare my take names charts, but I'm super focused on indices because if I'm trading a same day expiration, it's gonna be like indices. I don't like to trade same day expiration for the take names. So I was today I was especially prepared for the indices. So that kind of preparation, that deeper focus on the indices, led me to have a lot of trust on my key level. So being prepared with my key levels and understanding market structure and understanding my size position and understanding my risk, like made me take calmer decisions, right? I know it's like, no, Neto, I mean, when I hit 100%, it's like I'm selling everything. And that's fine, guys. That's fine. I mean, 100% in a trade, that's super fine. If you plan for that, if you prepare for that, that's perfect fine. But I was prepared for more. I was prepared for more. I was prepared for all of these key levels, guys. I was prepared for all of these key levels. So that's exactly what I did. So I want you to talk today about how preparation makes you more aware of context, and this awareness takes you to be more patient in your trades. All right, so I want you to start thinking on that. I want you to start trying that. If you are one of these traders that are watching 10 different names, try to reduce your watch list for a week. I mean, you don't need to, you don't need to, okay, well, I'm just watching one name. I mean, that will be the desired scenario, right? But you don't need to do that, right? I mean, but try to focus on a few names, and you will notice that your preparation will go deeper. And again, if you are better prepared, you will have more awareness of what's going on your charts, and you will be taking, like calmer decisions, and decisions based on what you are watching here and not what you are feeling with the rush of, oh my gosh, this is gonna reverse, this is gonna reverse here, this is gonna reverse here, oh, this candle, this candle is going nuts. Come on, guys, if you are prepared, you can understand all of this. You can understand what's going on right here, right? So I mean, that's Neto performance coach telling you guys. I know this session should be about just technicals, but I want you to be more performance prepared. All right. So that's all for today. I mean, that's all for today. This is not supposed to be a lesson or anything. Okay. Oscar, don't spend it all this weekend. I don't know. I'm saving. I'm saving. Thank you, Alex. Neto, did you trade same day? Yeah, no. When it's an indices and it's before 11 in the morning, I trade same day expiration. Thank you, Gavi. Kevin, I wish I held as long as 10:30 at least, just because that's when it started to consolidate a little bit before dropping just a little bit more. So, Kevin, did you prepare your levels to be ready for a drop all the way to 10:30? That's a rhetoric question, right? I mean, you don't need to answer, but I mean, were you prepared for more drop or not, right? So plan your trade your plan. Thank you, Francine. Oscar, when the trade goes in your favor, we just need to watch where the change of character could occur above, if it's a put like today, and move the stop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, because I understand my levels. I can I can say like, oh well, this candle, it's a god candle, this is a reversal. Well, I mean, this might not be a reversal, this is just coming back to this key level, right? This 577. Hey, why this thing is consolidating right here? Well, it's because it's previous day close. I mean, it makes sense that consolidates here, right? It's a previous day close below previous day high, so it makes sense. Also, it's 575. I mean, that's a whole number, round number, strike number, all right? So, oh my gosh, why this thing is doing this right here? Well, because if you go to the other chart, the higher time frame chart, you will see that this is the edge. This is the edge of the range. So it was supposed to have a reaction here, right? So are you going crazy right here because it had some reaction? Of course not. You were prepared with your levels. You were prepared with a thesis. You were prepared with a higher time frame vision of this. So you don't just go crazy closing your positions or buying more contracts here or whatever, right? I mean, you are prepared for everything, right? Oscar, if you could talk about managing a winning trade and the stop loss, if that's okay. Yeah, well, I mean, managing a winning trade, it's just like that. I mean, if you have a good preparation here, you can understand your levels, then you can, start looking for the market structure, start looking for the change of character, and then manage your trade accordingly on the key levels when this is all happening, right? But you need to be prepared. The preparation is the key word right here. Okay. You're very welcome, Gabby. You're very welcome, Jatin. Neto, my levels are like yours, but sometimes in pre-market it makes me wonder how you do it to have your levels marked in high time frames. I have a hard time holding my winner. Well, remember, I only use two charts. Daily chart for the previous highs and previous lows or external liquidity, and the 15-minute chart to have a clear vision of what's going on the past, I don't know, like 5-10 days, right? So I don't need to know everything on the chart. It's just a macro picture of what's going on and a little wider picture on the 15-minute chart, just to see what's going on. I mean, the previous days, right? Jason, I still too bull bias today. Yeah, I mean, Jason, that you are right. I mean, come on, we just woke up and we opened the session at all-time highs. There's nothing more bullish than that. But if you are prepared and you are adaptable and flexible with your bias, I mean, you don't marry your bias, you can take a look to these kind of opportunities and take advantage of them, right? Gabby, but you give me importance to the pre-market as order blocks or pivot. Yeah. I mean, remember, the pre-market volume it's too low. So it's only relevant if it's aligned with some regular trading hours key levels, right? Okay, guys, so that was everything for QQQ. I hope that this is super clear for you. If you notice, we traded this exact setup the whole week, and the one day that it gave us the less, I think it gave us like 40%, but we have this week we have a 40% trade to 150% and this 500% trade, the same exact setup. And I don't like to call it like the head and shoulders because as you can see on SPY, it wasn't a head and shoulders, but it's identifying the intraday range. It's identifying where the battle between buyers and sellers it's being taken. And once these support or resistance levels are broken, waiting for the retest and looking at the reaction right there, that's the key for this. I know this is not like the regular break and retest we have preached on the community, but this is another way to use it, right? You look at the market structure, you look at the change of character, and you use the break and retest right on key levels. All right. Um, all right. Well, let me go to different names. So what was going on with AMD? I don't know what happened with AMD. I don't know if someone killed the CEO or something. But this drop here from 158.65, look at this. This is a key level, multiple touches on the daily chart. Does this work? It works wonders, right? So we open below previous day low. We open below previous day low. We crossed two different key levels on the daily chart. Came back, retested 155.50. 155.50, and then we kept dropping. So if you were taking this trade here, it was almost a 1 to 3, well, actually it was a 1 to 3 reward rated trade, just to this candle, right? So you break this is the 5-minute opening range, this is low of the day, you break, have displacement, and retested 5-minute opening range, low of the day. And then another drop. Where? Look at this, 150.50. Guys, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. You need to be prepared with your key levels. That's why key levels work. Look at this. I mean, they go from right to the T. They hit right to the T. Right to the T. Look at this. Right to the T. So this is not magic. This is not... even I will say that this is not even experience. I mean, this is just this is just like awareness on the chart, because I'm not using a different tool, I'm not using a different chart, I'm using the exact same thing that you. I'm just trying to be aware of, look at this. I mean, if you zoom out and look left, and I know this sounds like a cliche because that's my avatar on Discord, a t-shirt with this phrase, zoom out, look left. But look at these guys. I mean, it's just where the chart is telling you to draw lines. Okay, support. Well, let's draw a line here. Hey, what's going on here? This is resistance, turn support right here, turn support right here, turn support right here, turn support right. So this is a range. Okay, well, let's use this range. So again, it's just awareness on the higher time frame. All right, don't get to zoom in on the 1 minute chart. Start looking outside of the 1 minute chart. Okay. Dian, I took AMD puts 943 right here, 943. You were stop out on this 948. It stopped me out. Yeah, I had 155 zone as a resistance. Okay. AMD seems a little bit chop and range. It might look like, but if you have this awareness, look at this. 155.50. We have been talking the whole week about round numbers and half numbers, all right? Nvidia put is better than AMD? Probably. I think AMD got downgraded, plus ABGO had earnings yesterday and had an insane move, but yeah, they are lagging. Yeah, Broadcom, my God, yeah, what a move there. What a move. But yeah, the semis are lagging. Actually, the SMH is not moving accordingly to ABGO. And I think ABGO is one of the largest companies in the world. I mean, I think ABGO is actually larger than AMD. I don't know. It should be. But I mean, it shouldn't be, but I think it is. So yeah, so I don't know why they are lagging, but okay. So this is again some sort of awareness. If you are watching how this 155.50 it's rejecting, well, this is your key area. This is your key area. So when you see a nice rejection of your area, okay, well, you take your chances, right? You take your chances. So what are you looking here? Well, look at this. If you were just looking low of the day, it was a 1 to 2.9 risk reward ratio trade. But let's say, well, something like that. Something like that. Okay. But then you had this break, displacement and retest of low of the day and the 5-minute opening range, right? So look at these rejections right here, 152.93 rejection. Nice. Well, you take your chances again. Where? Well, you should be aware of this key level here. 150.50. I know it. I mean, I know this is not 150. Maybe 150 should sound like more like a magnet than 150.50. The thing is, on the higher time frame, the 150.50 has more relevance than just the 150. Can you see here? Actually, I think if I go to the daily, 150.50, 150.50, 150.50. Can you see? So guys, please, I want you this weekend. I want you this weekend to go to all of your charts and zoom out, look left. Start looking at your names. Start looking at your names at least on the 4-hour chart. At least on the 4-hour chart. Define your relevant key levels and then go to the 15-minute chart, refine them again, look for the relevant key levels from the previous 5-10 days, and don't try to mark every line. All right, don't try to mark every reaction, just whatever is relevant, like here, right? I mean, this is relevant because this was the resistance for this move, and then from here it dropped. All right, so try to do that this weekend. Zoom out, look left. All right. Jatin, the white solid lines are the key levels. No, the blue lines are the key levels from the daily chart. All right, they are previous highs and previous lows. All right, previous highs and previous lows, and the white lines are my key levels on the 15-minute chart. Broadcom, market capitalization of Broadcom is a 144 trillion. AMD 263 billion, right? I don't know. Ramesh, I took AMD at the 152.86, 152.86, something like here. This one here, this second trade, almost a 1 to 4.5. Yeah, look at this. I mean, from here to this 150.50, 1 to 5 point something risk reward. Even if you take it like here, look at this. It's a 1 to 4 if you take it like at the bottom of the retesting candle. What are your gold lines? These yellow lines or gold lines are multiple touches on the daily chart. So these yellow ones are really important because they are on the daily chart with multiple touches. All right, let's go to the next one. Amazon. What happened on Amazon? Guys, I mean, what's going on with Amazon? Head and shoulders, neckline, break of the neckline, retest right here. This was super clear. Who took Amazon today? Who took Amazon to there, guys? Look at this. Patrick, tell me what's going on with Amazon? Where did you take this one, Patrick? Talk to me. What time your entry? What time your exit? Head and shoulders. Break and retest of neckline. Basinga, for the 15-minute chart, I only go left like, I don't know, like 10 days tops. Unless it's, like new new area for the chart. Ramesh, Amazon is one of my worst tickers. The higher time frame thesis hardly ever play out. Or yeah, that's something that has been happening with Amazon. The thing is that there are, like investors' interest right here. So what I've been doing with Amazon, Ramesh, it's just looking at the intraday price action. Just as you said, the higher time frame is not working, or it's not playing out with the real idea. Like, okay, well, this is gonna break this range, and it's gonna have some continuation, and it fails all the time. I don't know, like someone is messing with us. So I switch to start looking only for intraday price action for Amazon. All right. So this was a nice trade for Amazon. Again, this is the failing to create a new high, change of character here, retest of this previous support area or neckline, however you want to call it, and then drop, right? So this is the setup that we have been using, or I have been using the past weeks, and it has been paying. I'm paying like crazy. So just I mean, I just want you to start understanding this. And look at this. I mean, hey Neto, I missed this move. I missed this move. Okay, so what's the next that I can do? Well, if this move is already in motion, let's try to use order blocks, right? Or previous local lows. So this is the break and retest of this local low. And look at this. This is another rejection of this local low. What is going on here? Oh, 234.50. 234.50. Do you remember we told, okay, well, let's try to use half numbers. Well, what happened if I start my position right here? Okay, you have your risk right here. And what you can use here? Well, let's use 233.50. What about that? Do we have a reaction right here? Look at this. Look at this, guys. Again, reactions right here. You actually broke this level, but you came back and retested again. What number here? 233.50. Why? Half number. I mean, that's how investors are thinking. They are not looking at the chart and saying like, oh well, probably if it touches 234.22, let's do that. No. They are thinking on round numbers. They are thinking on round numbers, half numbers, right? So this was another great opportunity here. Neto, I missed this, and I'm watching I'm watching the indices going nuts to the downside. All right, what's going on? So can I take another opportunity here? Well, look at this, break and retest of the pre-market low, 5-minute opening range. What if we take another trade right here? All of them aiming to the same number here. Neto, I really miss all of them. What's going on? Well, what are the indices doing? What are the indices doing? Well, the indices are still dropping. Okay, well, let's try to use this in our favor. So what about this? Another nice break and retest of the previous day low. I'm sorry, the previous low of the day. Rejection, and you can take another trade. What if we are just looking for here? So look at these guys. The worst case scenario, just in case you miss all of these entries, is this 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. Do you see? Do you see? So, okay. Francine, yep, I got stopped out Amazon Wednesday 2 times, so today I didn't even look at it. Right? Head and shoulders addiction. I know. I know. Royale, right there with you, Francine. I'm one trade away from removing Amazon from my watch list. Come on, guys. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. All right. So that was Amazon, guys. Nvidia, just as you say, guys, this was kind of clearer. So you had this break, displacement, retest of the 5-minute opening range, and then a drop. Then what happened again? So you had, look at this. Actually, you had here another trade. Break and retest. Look at this. Break and retest, pre-market low. Let's use this level here, 164.58. Well, like 164.50, right? So what's going on here? 1 to 3.2 risk reward ratio trade. Another break and retest of this previous low of the day. Let's take a trade here, all the way to this same key level, 1 to 2.85 risk reward ratio trade. And this is like an 84% rule of this trade. Okay, so yeah, Nvidia was super easy today. Super easy. Okay, Oscar, I think Neto for our Discord, the obvious one was 234. Yeah, on Amazon. Yeah. If you are just trading the playbook from the Discord, yes, that was kind of the obvious. Abdo, quick question: when you draw levels on the 15-minute, do you also mark levels on the 1 minute? No, I don't. I mean, I never draw levels on the 1 minute. It's just too noise for me. Francine, I entered 10-12, 10-12, 10-12, right here. I like it. I like it very much, Francine. You took it all the way to this 164.58. 10-12. That's actually this entry, right here, this entry here. Very good, Francine. Very good. Richard, we are looking at Palantir in a minute. Just give me 1 second. All right, so very easy to spot the entries right here on Nvidia. No, not a big deal here. We need Nvidia again to 180 because I didn't sell my shares. So we need Nvidia again on all-time highs. Let's go to Tesla. Guys, this is the Tesla trade that Tony took this morning. I want you to watch it on the 15-minute chart. Okay. So he was looking two things. This retest on the pre-market high and this retest on 348.75. This 348.75, that's a key level on the daily chart. All right, that's a key level on the daily chart. So it was super early for me, especially on a Friday, but Tony had a lot of confidence on this setup. So he entered, I think he actually entered like 936, 37. But if you want to be like super clear with this, let's take this 939. And if you were aiming to high of the day, look at this. To high of the day, this was an amazing trade. Well, depending on your risk. If you were using this risk all the way to here, that's just pre-market high. It was almost a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade. But what if you were looking 355? It was a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio trade. This trade was amazing because also with the Greeks climbing up with these candles, your contracts went crazy if they were same day expiration, or if they were next week. They were also going well because of the momentum of this candle. So right here, the Greeks were helping you, and I had the opposite example here. Once you broke down, retested this pre-market low or this low of the day, and you wanted to take these rejections as your entry point, in my case, I will be entering right here. So you had this displacement, retest, rejection right here. Right now you are below the 5-minute opening range. I will be opening my position right here, and my risk will be at the top of this candle. At the top of this candle, these are the retesting candles, right? So I will be aiming to this 345. All right, 345. That's the 345, right there. But just as these candles help your contracts with the Greeks, all this consolidation, if you were looking at your P&L, you probably close your position here with a loss. If you were one of these guys, my friend, you need to stop looking at your P&L. Because none of these candles actually close above your stop loss or beyond your stop loss. I know this is a lot of consolidation, and just like here, momentum helped you with the Greeks. Right here, this consolidation messed with your Greeks, right? But once you start breaking out to the downside, you actually had a nice reward. Came back, retested same key levels, so you can take an 84% rule of this trade. And actually, this second trade was even better, right? Because it worked right away. So from here to this low of the day was way better than waiting for this consolidation, because right here your premium is being beat by the Greeks. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Right, I'm back. So these are the three entry opportunities that I watch on Tesla. Let me go to the chat. Don't trust Tesla. Neto, one thing, if this was a different stock and not Tesla, that such quick retest of a daily key level will be too much risk to take, unless a super short limit order stop loss. Probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, but he had a higher time frame thesis, so he was waiting for this, right? He was waiting for this. He was waiting for this break and retest. So that's why he was prepared. Yeah, but you are absolutely right. Jason, QQQ dropping around 936. Would you no, that was the other thing. I mean, Tesla was having its own party, not aligned to indices right here. DC, yes, Neto, that happened to me. I got it back, but only for minimal gain. Entered 1025. 1025 right here. Okay. Went out 1032. Yeah. And re-entered 1046. 1046. Okay. And out 1050. Okay, like a small gain. All right. Minimal gain. All right. Thank you for sharing this, DC. All right, let's go to the next one here, guys. So this is a very clear break and retest, previous day low on Microsoft. Uh, I really like this one here. Look at this. Just to the previous week low, 498.51 was a 1 to 2.6. But look at this. This went all the way, let's say here. Let's say 495. It was a 1 to 5 risk reward ratio trade. I love it. I love it because it was so clear the break and retest on this key level. I love it. Anyone took Microsoft? This one here, Jason? Yeah, probably. But look at this. I mean, this is a clear retest of a very relevant key level, previous day low. So yes, it actually crossed the whole candle from yesterday, right? All right, guys. SPY and QQQ was on a free fall at that time. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I mean, you can start looking to the names that have relative weakness compared to the indices, and I think this was one of them. Palantir. Who was asking for Palantir? Richard. 852, 952 maybe. If it's 952, look at yeah, Richard. You are in Chicago, right? You are in Chicago. Okay. So yeah, 852. It's 952 Eastern time. Look at this. This is a nice break and retest of the previous day close. 156, let's say. Yeah, 156, let's say. So this was super clear, and I don't know, Richard, where did you exit? But look at this, just the low of the day, that it was previous day low, it was a 1 to 3.7 risk reward ratio trade, and it was non-stop all the way to 150. Wow. 150. It was a 1 to 8.5 risk reward ratio trade. A second entry here, look at this. I'm going to show you here, Palantir. This is my 15-minute chart. And look at this. Is this zone relevant for you? Look how many bounces we have from here. So that's why I have this area here as a support area or relevant area right here. Okay? So if I'm watching this going to this area, well, I should be ready to react to whatever happens right here, right? Because on the higher time frame, this area here has been used as a bounce, as the point for bounces right here, right? Sorry, guys. Okay, so once you break this area here, look at this. Once you break this area here, I feel way more comfortable to keep taking shorts. So now you had this break and retest of this area here. 150, 150. I know this is again a half number. So are these half numbers relevant? Apparently they are, right? Apparently they are. So you had this nice opportunity here. And the last one is this. I wouldn't trust this. I wouldn't trust this because this is a higher high, right? This, for me, this was kind of the change of character here. And it actually was, right? I mean, it actually was the change of character right here. But I mean, you had this one last opportunity here. This is Apple. I didn't draw anything on Apple, but look at this. This is a nice break and retest of this area here, previous day high. I don't like to take my trades, I mean, like a rejection from let's say bullish key levels. But this was very well, very clean, very lean rejection of this previous day high. So if you tried something like here, It was a very good time for us. 10.25, clear and nice rejection right here, and you had clear objectives here like pre-market low. So let's say that you took something like this. Risk was at the top of these candles and you were looking for pre-market low. It was a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. What do you think about this? Anyone took a trade on Apple? I think I think no one on this channel trades Apple anymore, right? I don't want to be guilty of that. Guys, this is not financial advice. If you think that Apple is a good fit for your trading style, go for it, right? Uh, what is this? This is Google. I didn't have the chance to draw anything on Google and Meta, but look at this. I mean, this is kind of easy for Meta, right? This is the order block right here. So you had this break and retest. So until you find a clear and nice rejection of this area here, so let's say something like that, and you had, well, that was dangerous. That was dangerous here. But look at this. If you were patient, here, and you didn't close your position because none of these candles close above your stop loss, this actually paid well. All right. This is to the previous day close. 1 to 3.2 risk reward ratio trade. I like it. I actually like it. Okay. And this was a second opportunity here. Actually, this was a second opportunity here. So let's use it something like this. Maybe. Yeah. Can you see if I pull this one here, this is the low of the day, previous low of the day. Well, it's not a retest, but look at this. It's a nice rejection from this area. So if you open your position here right below these candles, you have a lot, all the way to the gap. This is a gap that Ramesh and me have been watching for some days now, but it has been kind of a trader. Meta has been faking us. Meta has been faking us with this gap fill. So this gap fill is still alive. Maybe next week. Maybe next week, Ramesh. Let's keep watching this. All right, guys. Can you see here? Okay. Head and shoulders addiction. Who said that? I like it. Head and shoulders addiction. It's lost on the chat. Right. All right, guys. That was all for today. Thank you for joining. Thank you, guys, because you did it. You made it possible to reach 700 subscribers this week. Our mission now is to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Do you think we can do that? Please tell your friends, tell your other traders. Let's try to make it happen. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on Monday. Thank you for joining. I really enjoy being on this community with you. Bye.